What's going on, swim fans? So excited to be here with all of you. We have the Olympic Games are just moments away from kicking off. In this video, we're going to do a top 10 swimming races to watch in Tokyo. I'm so excited for this. I hope you guys are excited too. Let me know in the comments where you guys are joining me from, and let me know what race you are most excited about here at the Olympics in Tokyo, Japan. This is absolutely amazing. We've been waiting 5 years for this. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. The top 10 races in reverse order. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have a ton of content coming out this week for the Olympic Games. We have 8 days of competition from Tokyo, and we're going to be doing a pre-show and a post-show before the competition starts and after. Earlier today, I did a live stream where I explained how to watch the Olympics and also what time of day you'll be able to watch. So if you're in Eastern time, just really quick, maybe we'll link down below that video and you can go and watch it so you know when all the action is. Really quick though, the swimming program starts tomorrow, and you'll be able to watch the final session at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. At 9 o'clock Eastern time at night, that's 2100 hours, we're going to be doing a pre-show, and then at the conclusion of the finals competition, we'll have a post-show race-by-race breakdown and analysis. Finally, we're doing an Apple Watch giveaway, so I'm giving away an Apple Watch in about 20 hours. All you have to do is in the comments of this video, let me know who you're most excited to see compete in Tokyo. You have 24 hours, well, 24 hours from the last live stream, so about 19, 20 hours right now to go ahead and let us know who you are most excited about watching, and then let's go ahead and get right into it. So, race number 10. We're going in reverse order here. And actually, you know what? I got to give some shout-outs. We have a ton of people here that we're excited about. Let me pull some people from Jamaica. Awesome. Hello from Egypt. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Canada in the house. There we go. There it is. We have a big contingency here in Canada. I'm in the United States right now. Hey, Austin, what's going on? We'd love to see you. Love to see you guys. Austin, we love you. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Race number 10 is the men's 50-meter freestyle. Now, this is called the splash and dash. This is the fastest human on Earth. And the women's 50 is important too. But when we're talking about who can move down the pool the fastest in the world at this point in time, 50 meters, it's the men's 50 freestyle. Now, our defending champion, Anthony Irvin, he won that event in Rio, and he was 35 years old. That's amazing. I mean, to go 21, whatever he went, 21 mid-low at age 35, he's not here. The guy to watch right now is Caleb Dressel. The question is, will he win? And if he wins, by how much, and who will get second? We've got the 2012 Olympic gold medalist, that's Flo Manodou from France. He's in this race as well. The world record is also on alert. We've got Cesar Ciela's world record of 20.91 back in 2009 in December. I remember this race specifically. He's from Brazil. He was the former fastest swimmer in the world. He still has the world record in the 50 and the 100. We'll see Caleb Dressel challenging that world record. Caleb Dressel was a 21.0 at the U.S. Olympic trials. No one's really close to him right now. We got Michael Andrew in there for a 21.4. Can the U.S. go 1-2? That would be really, really exciting if we saw that. Let me know in the live chat and in the comments if you think it's going to be a Caleb Dressel versus all, or you think it's going to be a battle. I'm not sure. I think Caleb's going to have his work cut out for him, but we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and keep things moving into the next event. Event number 9 that we're keeping an eye on is the men's 200 IM. And we are paying attention to women's races and men's races. They're all mixed in here together. Just wanted to put that out there. Make sure we're covering everything here. So the men's 200-meter freestyle. Now, 200-meter IM. Now, this is really interesting. So we've got the first time that Michael Phelps is not in this event in like 20 years. I mean, just think about that for a second. Michael Phelps won this event in 2004, in 2008, in 2012, and in 2016. We put out a video on TikTok. It's got like 1 million views now about why Michael Phelps is the greatest athlete of all time. And people will argue, no, he's not the greatest athlete of all time. He's the best swimmer. Guys, he dominated a sport for 20 years. There's certainly other, Tom Brady's of the world that are really good for really long. But this guy won gold in 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016. And if he was swimming now, he'd probably still win it again. So we've got the world record held by Ryan Lochte, 154.0. Michael Andrew is the guy to chase. At the Olympic trials in the U.S. just a month ago, I was there. He was under the world record by over a second at the 150. If he doesn't fall apart, he's going to win this event. No one's going to come even close to him. Daisetto is the hometown favorite. He's from Japan. I saw him break the world record in the 400 IM at the 2019 ISL Championships in December in Las Vegas. The crowd, there wasn't much of a crowd actually pre-pandemic, which is ironic, but the crowd was going nuts, and the athletes on the pool deck were going nuts, and he destroyed the field in that 400 IM. He's got to be one of the top favorites in the 400 IM and the 200 IM. So we've got Andrew, we've got Chase Kalish, who's the 2017 world champion in this event. He was second fastest time since Rio at a 155.4. We've got Great Britain's Duncan Scott. He was a 155.9 at their trials. He's the second fastest swimmer of this year behind Michael Andrews. So 200 IM is shaping up to be something very, very special. There we go. Susan is all for Michael and Caleb. Team Latvia, there we go. Latvia in the house. I love it. I love seeing this international community. Let me know where you guys are joining from, and you can get a shout out here on the live stream. Really appreciate it. Here we go. Where's Bulgaria in the house? Okay. That's good. Mitch Larkin. Guys, Mitch Larkin in some of these events, keep an eye on him because I think he's going to be like the dark horse, but he shouldn't be the dark horse. And, whether it's backstroke or IM or whatever, he is going to be there. And, yeah, Canada in the house as well. All right, let's move on to the next event. So the eighth top race to watch. We're counting it down. We're going to go up to number 1. And don't worry, I have a dedicated video coming out in like an hour about the number 1. We're working our way there. So number 8 is the women's 100-meter butterfly. This is really something special. I mean, I feel like this should be maybe a little bit higher up on the rank. We've got top contenders like Tori Husk, newcomer from the U.S. We got an athlete from China, Australia, Emma McKeon, she's from Australia, Yufi Zhang from China. These will be your top swimmers. Now, the fastest time is the teenager Husk from the USA. She was a 55.66 at the U.S. Olympic trials. She went under 56 2 times in Omaha. I was there. That was amazing. We also have another athlete, the athlete from China, who was under 56 twice as well. They're going to be battling. Emma McKeon is the third woman to go under 56 this year. And Maggie McNeil from Canada, keep an eye on her. She tore it up in the NCAA. But you guys, we cannot forget about the butterfly queen, Sarah Sjöström of Sweden. She broke her elbow earlier this year. Can you imagine? Like, that's the worst possible timing to break an elbow a few months before the Olympics. Not only that, like half a year before the Olympics in an off year when the Olympics got delayed. So if we had the Olympics last year, no question about it, we would have seen this. But it's very, very interesting how this 100 butterfly is going to shape up. And it's 100. Remember, at the Olympics, you go prelims, semifinal, final swim. It's not over till it's over. And so, you think of someone like Sarah Sjöström, so much international experience, so much raw talent in the fly. I think there's no question if she was healthy and at her best, she's probably going to win. The problem is, less than half a year ago, she broke her elbow. So we don't want to use that as an excuse, but it sort of potentially counts her out of the running for the win or maybe even the medals. We'll have to see how she can compete. She's got great coaching. She's a great athlete. Her underwater, everything about her swimming is great. So let's not count her out, but we have some newcomers, including Husk, and there's certainly going to be some ladies to watch. The world record is absolutely on alert. 55, we're going to see a bunch of people go 55. The question is, can they dip into the 55 low, break the world record, maybe even see a 54? I don't think so. Maybe we'll see 55. That would be pretty special. I would love to see that. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to event number 7. Counting it down is the men's 4x100 freestyle relay. This is, we talk about relays a lot at the Olympics because this is the strength of a country. You can evaluate how good a country is in swimming, obviously by total medals won, but how the relays perform. Because even if you have like a superstar, it doesn't really matter because you need four solid legs to put together a relay. If you have one superstar, that's great for that individual athlete, but it doesn't really represent the country as a whole in how good their swimming is, because that one superstar is basically an anomaly. They're probably training on their own. They're in their own world. When you have four solid swimmers and you put together a relay performance, it shows the depth of your country. And when it comes to the depth, it's the men's 400 freestyle. That's the speed. We remember the iconic race in 2008 with Michael Phelps and the French and Jason Lezak splitting with 46.06, considered one of the greatest Olympic performances of all time. I mean, no one's even come close to those splits yet. 46.0. So here in the men's 400 freestyle relay, this is very historic. The favorites are the Russians. The United States are not the favorites. They have the world's best depth, and they have the top four. They have four men in the top 12 rankings in the world in 2021. Just reading my notes here. That is pretty remarkable. And when you think about that, this is a speed race. It's not about your first 50. It's not about, having two solid swimmers. You need four solid swimmers. China has the world record. No, they don't. That's the next event. I might have given it away. The U.S. is the defending world championships, but we're going to have to keep an eye on Australia, Great Britain, Italy. They're all going to be in the hunt. The men's 4x100 freestyle relay is going to be amazing. The U.S. team has Caleb Dressel. He's probably going to outsplit everyone, but we'll see how much that matters because you need three other solid legs. We'll see who performs in the prelims, who makes it onto the final. Let's keep moving. Event number 6, the sixth race to watch in Tokyo this week, is the mixed 4x100 medley relay. This is what China has the world record in. Now, this is a new event at the Olympics, so I think this is very exciting just because of the fact that now we get to see this event contested at the Olympics, and it's never been done before. So you got 2 guys, 2 girls. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how the men and women are organized on these relays between the teams. This is a really difficult job. It seems easy. Oh, just put the fastest swimmer in each leg. But you have to do some arithmetic here because the top swimmers, even though they're the best, like Adam Peaty, for example, he's a breaststroker. He's the fastest in the world. He's the fastest in the world by a big margin, but you have to compare him not only against men, but also against the ladies in the field. And so if it's the boys and girls, it's just like age group swimming. I love it. We had a mixed relay when I was growing up, and we had 2 guys, 2 girls. It was a ton of fun. And so it's exciting to see this at the Olympics, and we're going to see, some relays out way ahead of others, and then the guys just, come down with the fishing line, and they're reeling in the other swimmers in the lanes next to them. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the relays are put together. I think the Americans have a really good shot at winning this just because they have a lot more options than some other countries. But I think Great Britain is going to be really, really difficult, especially if they put Adam Peaty on that breaststroke leg. He can theoretically outsplit everyone by over a second. The United States wants to throw Caleb Dressel on that relay. Maybe it doesn't make a lot of sense because he's strongest at butterfly and freestyle, and the ladies are actually closest to men. Women are closest to men in speed in butterfly and freestyle. So it's actually more advantageous to throw a guy in the backstroke and the breaststroke and then have the ladies anchor in butterfly and freestyle. If that's the case, Caleb Dressel is out in the finals, but we're going to see. I think he has the potential to throw down a 48 on the butterfly leg and easily a 46, 45 on the anchor leg. So if he does freestyle, that's going to be really, really interesting. So keep an eye on the 4x1 medley relay. First time to be contested at the Olympic Games. It's going to be really, really exciting. Let's go on to the men's 200 breaststroke. This is race number 5 to watch. We're in the top 5 right now. I'm really excited about the 200 breaststroke because this is an event that I swim. I know how painful it is in long course especially. This is a very tight field. 1.5 seconds separates the top 8 swimmers. So if you think about it like that, over a 200 breaststroke, and these guys will swim the race very different from one another. Some will go out really fast, some will negative split, some will push on the third 50. So I think depending on how the semifinal and final shakes out with lane assignments, we're going to see some swimmers alternating positions, which means it's going to be a really good race. There's 2 kinds of good races to watch. One is where the athlete is destroying everyone. We got used to that with Michael Phelps when he would be body lengths ahead of people, or even with Katie Ledecky, and you see her 20 meters apart, and it's basically Katie Ledecky versus everyone else. So that's one element of an interesting race. But the other side, and potentially more interesting, is when you have an epic battle. You have two people going out. You have maybe 3 or 4, and they're alternating positions throughout the course of the race. That's something that's really, really exciting, and I think we're going to potentially see that in the 200 breaststroke. The world record holder is Anton Chupov of Russia, 206.12. Keep an eye on the Australian, though, Zach Stubblety-Cook. I remember watching this, 206.2. He almost broke the world record. He's the top seed going into this event. That's the Australians. Keep an eye on the Netherlands, though. They've got a swimmer at a 206.8. That's the 4th fastest performer in history heading into Tokyo. And, of course, Japan has a swimmer at 206. He's been 206 a few times. So keep an eye on the 200 breaststroke. It's going to be really interesting how this unfolds between the semifinal and the final. Very excited about that. And here we are counting it down. Let's get some shout-outs here. Susan, I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Everyone give Susan a round of applause. Yeah, Bailey, I agree. This is really interesting because it really depends. This is so difficult. This is so difficult. In terms of choosing which events to swim, choosing relays, choosing the order. On the surface level, it seems pretty easy. But as a coach, I've been in that situation, not at the Olympic level, but I've been in a situation where you're trying to figure out, and sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes it's really not that difficult. Other times it's actually, it should be a very difficult decision because there's so many different elements to factor in. It's not enough to just put the times together. You have to think about all the different elements that come into play. Duncan Scott, 46-1. All right, Max. We're throwing it out there. We're going to see. I hope to see you back. Hope to see you back on these live streams to defend that comment. That will be... Sucks being in Japan and not able to go. Ian, well, you have to watch it with the stream with us. Hopefully things can improve in terms of the COVID situation. All right, swimming this year has come up. Yes, swimming is hype. All right, let's get back to this list. So top 4. We're in the top 4. This is the trophy contention, NCAA style. So the 4th race to watch at this Tokyo Olympics is the women's 50 freestyle. Now, the women's 50 freestyle is going to be very exciting for a number of reasons, okay? We already talked about the men's 50 free, and we've got basically Caleb Dressel is the top seed. He's going to be threatening the world record. Keep an eye on Manadou. Keep an eye on Michael Andrew. A lot of top guys are going to be in there. Now, the women's 50 freestyle is really interesting because out of the top 10 women, only 1 is making their Olympic debut, which means they're all very, very experienced. Now, what happens when you have a lot of Olympic experience? Well, you're going to have some people step up, and they know exactly what they need to do to go a best time in the final. A lot of people don't know this, but the 50 freestyle is actually extremely difficult to go your best time at this level because there's so many factors. You have to swim it 3 times. You're trying to get into the semifinal and into the final, and if you don't go fast enough in prelims or semis, you're not even going to be in the final. So unless you're a superstar like a Caleb Dressel, who's easily a lot faster than everyone, you have to be very careful with your energy, and that's where experience comes in. So of all these top swimmers, we've got from the Netherlands, Romoni we're going to say this right. Romoni Kromowidjojo. And then we have Pernille Bloom. We have Sarah Hoistrom is the world record holder. We talked about her in the 100 fly. We've got Emma McKeon, top form from Australian trials. Now her time of 23.93 is the only time under 24 this year. And, of course, you have the reigning world champion, Simone Manuel, who missed making the Olympic team in the 100 freestyle. So now she's going to be laser focused on the 50 freestyle. Simone Manuel, if you remember, she tied for gold with Penny Alexiak in the 100 freestyle at the 2016 Olympics. First African-American woman to win an Olympic gold medal at the Olympics. So that's a really big deal. And she's going to be in here fighting for it, that 50 freestyle gold medal. It really could be anyone. I don't think we're going to see a world record like we potentially might in the men's race, but there's a lot of storylines leading into this women's 50 freestyle, and that's why it's the top four race to watch. Let's go to the third race to watch. We're counting down. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're almost there. It's the women's 100 backstroke. Now, let me tell you why. Women's 100 backstroke. So right now, we have the top three contenders are Australians Kaylee McEwen. We've got Canada's Kylie Massey. And we've got the U.S. Reagan Smith. Now, these swimmers have gone under 58. I'm sorry, Reagan Smith is the only one to go under 58. And at one point in time, they've all held the world record. So this is really interesting because you have three people who have all been the best in the world at one point. They've all been world record holders within the last few years. I think it's going to take a world record to win this event. I don't think we see 58 getting a medal. I think you're going to have to go 57 just to get a medal. The current world record was set just a few months ago with a 57.45. It was set at the Australian trials, and the U.S. trials were happening at the same time. So we had these ladies going 57. Massey is the defending Olympic bronze medalist and two-time defending world champion in the women's 100 backstroke. And for all of that and all this speed in that heat, it's really advanced. I mean, no one used to go 58. Now people are going 57 left and right. What the heck is going on? What's in the water? So these ladies are going to go fast. That is the third top race to watch. Let's go to the runner-up race to watch in Tokyo. If you guys don't agree with me, go ahead and let me know in the comments. What race are you most looking forward to if we didn't mention it in these top 10 or in the comments? If you put your top athlete to watch in the comments, you're going to be entered to win an Apple Watch. We'll be announcing that tomorrow at noon Eastern time. It's the women's 400-meter freestyle. Now, the 400-meter freestyle is normally owned by Katie Ledecky. Now, the top time coming into this meet is Ariane Titmus from Australia. At the Australian Olympic Trials, which remember were held at the same time as the U.S. Olympic Trials about a month ago, she put up a 3:56 in this event, which is just off Katie Ledecky's world record in this event. So you've got two ladies going into this event at a 3:56. It's going to be them and no one else. No one's going to come close to them. If Katie Ledecky does her thing, she's going to win this race. If Ariane Titmus just continues her momentum, she's going to win this race. It could really go either way. But right now, I mean, it's tough to bet against the distance queen. But when you look at the momentum that Titmus has in both the 200 and the 400, I mean, Titmus in the 400 is the favorite to win the 200. In the 400, it's a little bit longer. Ledecky comes down from the 800 and the 1500. That's a little bit more speed for her. And, you know, Titmus is better in the speed in the 200, and then they meet in the middle. You get that mid-distance speed, and you have that distance capacity that Ledecky has. They come together. They're going to battle in the 400. This could be the race of the Olympics. Now, if Titmus is on fire and Ledecky's not, then Titmus is going to destroy Ledecky. It's not even going to be close. If the other way happens, if Titmus doesn't, equal what she did at trials and Ledecky does her thing, Ledecky's going to destroy the heat. So it could go either way. I think there's three possible scenarios. But if they're both on point, we're going to see an epic battle for 400 meters. Now, here's an interesting fact. Only one female swimmer has won gold twice in this event at the Olympics, and that's USA's Martha Norlius from 1924 and 1928. So it's very difficult, apparently, to win this event twice. Ledecky won it in 2016. She's the favorite by Olympic standards, but in terms of time and momentum, Titmus is the favorite, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's going to be a tight battle. That is the runner-up race. Yes, I can't wait for the 400. Let's build some hype before we talk about this top race to watch. Yeah, Titmus and Ledecky in 3 events. But I really think it's going to come down to the 400 because, I mean, we have to look at the numbers. Titmus is the favorite in the 200. Ledecky is the favorite in the 800, right? So if you put it all on paper, it's probably going to come down to the 400. And it's going to be, oh, that's good. Susan is an analyst. We need to get you on staff. I love it. Thank you for the detailed commentary. This is amazing. The men's 50 free is my top pick. Well, Will Simpson, you have just called the #1 race to watch at this Tokyo Olympics. And I'm going to break it down just a little bit in this video because I actually have another video coming out in about 35 minutes. So if you guys are watching this live, when we end this video, don't go anywhere because we're going to have another. And if you're watching this after the fact, go ahead and look for this video. It's the epic battle of the men's 100-meter freestyle. We've got Caleb Dressel. We've got Kyle Chalmers. We have Zach Apple. We have the new Romanian superstar, David Popovich from Romania, 16-year-old, came out of absolutely nowhere. Who is this guy? Well, I'll tell you who he is. He won a 47.3 at the Euro Junior Champions. He broke the junior world record in the 100 freestyle. He destroyed everyone, obviously. I mean, what teenager is going a 47 low, right? So we've got Dressel. Let's talk about Dressel right now. Dressel has a lot of momentum. I watched him go 47.3 about a month ago. He looked really good. He fell off a little bit at the end, and Zach Apple, teammate from the U.S., was 47 mid. He was right there with him, and he actually closed him down. I don't know if that's a phrase, but he ran him down towards the end. If he had another 15, 20 meters, Zach Apple would have won that race easily. So we've got two great Americans. Then we have Kyle Chalmers, 47.5. He's going to be a stud to watch. And then on top of that, you have like the new wild card, which I'm really excited to see how this shakes out. You've got David Popovich from Romania, the 16-year-old. Guys, think about what you were doing when you were 16, or if you're not 16 yet. Think about what that means, and then you look at Caleb Dressel and you see how jacked he is and how developed he is, how much international experience he has. And then you have this toothpick that's going the same speed as him. And it's pretty remarkable to have someone so young go so fast, and he's kind of coming out of nowhere. I mean, he's had very consistent time drops in the last few years, so it shouldn't be that much of a surprise. But nonetheless, when someone goes 47 and they're a teenager, this is a big deal. He's got a lot of momentum. We know he's really good at the 200. The question becomes, how will this race shape up at the finish? And the reason why I believe this is one of the top races, because we talked about the 4x100 freestyle relay. That is a signifier of the depth of a country. We know the United States has some great swimmers. Great Britain has great Australia, right? A lot of these countries have a lot of top swimmers in the 100 freestyle. Well, this is the individual event. This is this is the moment to rise above the crowd, step up. Caleb Dressel has been a 46.9 before. He's the only guy to go under 47 of this field. Popovich has youth. He might have grown a centimeter since the trials. I mean, the kid is so young. He probably gained like 5 pounds of muscle in the last 5 weeks getting ready for the Olympics, right? So when you factor all these things in, I think what's going to happen, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think Dressel's going to go out fast, like really fast. He's going to be a body length, half a body length to a body length ahead of everyone at about 35 meters. He's going to maintain his lead into the wall. He's going to pull ahead a little bit more, but then he's going to have 3 guys. And then don't forget about some of these Russian guys. I mean, who else we got in this field? We've got Maxime Grosset of France, Andre from Russia at 47.7, Alessandro from Italy 47.4, right? There's a ton of guys in here, and Clement Kolesnikov 47.3, right? There's so many guys in here that I don't want to forget it. There's more too, but we've got a number of guys that are in the 47.3 to 47.7 range. But guys, I still got Dressel on this one. He's been 46.9. He doesn't even need to go a best time, and he's still going to win. I don't think anyone goes under 47 besides Dressel. I think Dressel breaks the world record. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But it's going to be a great race. There's a ton of depth in the field. Similar to what we talked about in some of the other events, there's an energy management part of this. So you got to be careful in how you swim the prelims, semifinals, and finals. We saw the American Nathan Adrian, one of the greatest sprinters of all time, didn't even qualify for the Olympics because he got 9th in the prelims or in the semifinal, and he didn't make the final. So for these top swimmers, I wouldn't be surprised if one of them doesn't even make the final because they mismanaged their energy, and the final is just so fast. It took a 47-something. Someone didn't have a good race. They go 48-1, and they're out. And they could have been a contender if they had just managed their energy. It was a bad race, whatever. It's going to be very interesting. Let's see what you guys think in the comments. Suthen thinks Caleb is mentally tough. He's got my vote. All right, let's see. Anyone else? No matter what. Hey, you know what? If someone else goes under 47, they're going to push him for sure. It's not a shoo-in. I agree. He has a lot of experience and he knows what the Olympics. He's been to the Olympics before, so I agree. But some of these other guys have been to international competition. At this point, some of these swimmers are in their mid 20s. You know, they they know how to swim in international competition. Here's a great comment. We kind of glossed over this a little bit. Michael Andrew and Mitch Larkin in 200 IM. Mitch Larkin is traditionally a backstroker. Making a pivot here, focusing on the 200 IM. I know we excluded him, and I don't think I mentioned him, but he's absolutely going to be there. He could win the gold medal, no question about it. Yeah, the 100 freestyle is an event to watch. The 100 freestyle is going to be epic. Who are you going for in the 50 freestyle? I think it's going to be Dressel at 20.8. I think Dressel goes 20.8. If he does go 20 point whatever and he breaks the world record, I think he's going to sit on the lane line. He's going to smack the water like crazy, and it's going to be amazing to watch. Like, I'm just visualizing. I saw him do it at trials, and he didn't break any world record. He just for making the Olympic team, he sat on the lane line and went nuts. So, I mean, that's what this is all about. I'm excited about the 400 IM. Top pick is the 100 fly. I mean, this is a very good point. Don't sleep on the young Popovich. We're not sleeping. There's no question that this guy can put together, for reference, David Popovich, 16 years old from Romania. This guy has a lot of talent. I did a video analysis breaking down his stroke technique, what he's doing really well, where he can improve. And when you watch someone with his physique and mechanics go a 47.3, he might go 46. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, the numbers are against him in the sense that he's never done it before. He, maybe he fully tapered for that Euros and he just, the Olympic pressure and all the expectation gets to his head. It's very difficult. He's never been in that situation before. At the same time, he's only 16 and he might just drop another half second. Like you don't know. It's very unpredictable. Someone like Dressel's a little bit more predictable. He has 9 years on the kid. He's 24, 25 years old. So it's going to be really interesting. Michael Andrew have to have a good back half to win the 200 IM. I would partially agree with that. I think he just needs to be good enough on the last 50. I don't think he has to potentially even go any faster than he's been. He's got to just not die on the last 50. He's going to go out first. He's going to be winning at the 50, no question about it. But you're right that he has to hold on for the second half. Who do you go for the 100 fly? Ooh, this is good. I'm going to go with, let's go with Tori Husk on the women's side. I think she breaks the world record. And then on the men's side, I think it's Dressel, and I think he goes 49.4, 49.3. Or, I mean, I think he does something silly. I mean, when I remember watching at trials, I think his butterfly looked a lot better than his freestyle. I remember it was the prelim swim of the 100 butterfly at U.S. trials, and I was sitting really close to the pool, and Dressel touched in a 50.2, and it looked like he didn't try at all. And he touched the wall, and he looked at the clock, and he surprised himself. It was that look on the face where you either have it when you go really slow, slower than you expect, or you go a lot faster than you expect. And it was clearly that he went a lot faster. He probably felt like he went 50 point high, 51. And I mean, I remember he came off the wall at the 50, coming off the 50, and it looked like a practice swim. He looked so smooth, so little effort. And when he applied a lot more effort in the semifinal and the final, he only went a little bit faster. He definitely looked like he put more aggression. And I think with a full taper at the Olympic Games, he could go a full second faster than that prelim swim. So if he went 50.2 or 50 point, whatever he went, then he'd go 49.2. Would not be surprised if he drops a 49.3, 49.4. Certainly capable of doing that. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. I want to see Ryan Murphy first at the 100 and 200 backstroke. Woo, baby. So this is an interesting event because the 100 backstroke and 200 backstroke, I mean, the men's 200 backstroke, let's start there. Aaron Pearsall has the world record at a 151.9. I believe he did that at the either the World Championships in 2009 or the U.S. trials for that. It was the World Championships in Rome. He went 151.9. He missed making the final in the 100 backstroke. He went too slow, and he broke the world record 51 earlier in the summer. So yeah, again, it just goes to show that you got to put it together, prelim, semifinal, final. But anyway, I think Ryan Lochte went 152 at the 2011 World Championships in Shanghai. No one's ever gone 151 or 152 that's swimming right now. I mean, I don't think Ryan Murphy's ever gone faster than 153. I think he's capable of 152. He looked really good at trials, probably wasn't fully tapered, made the Olympic team pretty easily in the 100 and 200 back. The 100 back not as easily. But similar to Dressel, he looked really easy in the 200 backstroke. So I think the 200 back is sort of his to lose. He's defending gold medalist. He's got a lot of potential. You know, if no one goes under 153 and he's the only guy, he's going to win the event. But then let's talk about the 100 backstroke. There's a lot more contenders in there. Again, it's hard to, you know, compete with Ryan Murphy because he's the defending gold medalist and world record holder. He broke the world record leading off the 4x1 medley relay in 2016 or 18, whatever the relay was. So again, I think he could easily win both of them. I think he's going to have a more difficult time in the 100. It's a closer, shorter race, obviously. So we'll have to see what happens. It's going to be really, really interesting. Now, we're coming close on time. So once again, I want to thank you guys for being a part of the live stream. If you haven't seen the other video on how to watch the Olympics and what time all of the swimming events are going to be held at, make sure you do that because I want to make sure everyone knows what's happening. Obviously, we're going to be covering the content on MySwimPro social media channels. So if you haven't already subscribed, hit the notification bell so you know what's coming up. Make sure you do that. And also make sure you follow us on all of our social media channels. We'll be sharing all the information through there. So if you're not following us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, heck, add me on LinkedIn if you feel like it. But we've got a LinkedIn page as well. Unrelated, wanted to throw it out there. Hey, we're hiring. So if you guys are interested in joining the company, we are actively hiring. We're trying to build out the company so we can help more people improve their performance and health both in and out of the water. So with that being said, make sure you guys let me know in the comments who you're cheering for if you haven't done so already. We're giving away an Apple Watch. It's going to be super, super hype. Oh, and we have a 30% off promo code for MySwimPro Elite subscription. That information is down below in the description of this video. If you guys want to take your swimming to the next level, if you want to swim faster and smarter than ever before, whoop. Yeah, make sure you download the MySwimPro app. We've got tons of training programs. We have workout videos, individual workouts, a workout of the day. It's a new workout every single day. And all this information is designed to help you guys improve your performance and health. So having a personalized training program is super, super valuable so that you can swim faster and get the training that you need to reach your goals. Also, make sure you check out our Facebook group. It's 100% free to join. We post in there all the time. We do giveaways in there that are exclusive. So if you're not already in the Facebook group, make sure you join our Facebook group. Use the promo code down below. And I'll see you guys at the next live stream, which we're going to start in about 20 minutes. So make sure you guys stick around. Wish you the best. Take care.